Hello. Now it's me again. It is the 1st of June at 13:10 in the afternoon. And I just finished a video called Zombified. How zombified are we? And then zombified brought me to another situation, another statement that I always hear. Oh, thank you for joining me. My name is Lavi. Welcome to my channel. I really do appreciate you spending a moment of your time and your energy with me. Whether you do the whole one or portion of it, it doesn't matter. It is just me expressing how I start realizing after revelations and understanding my way from where I come from. And there's a statement that I hear so often. Oh my goodness, is that the time? Where did the time go? I do that myself too. A second is still a second. Because if a second changes anyway, it becomes a millisecond, but a millisecond is still a millisecond. So if time goes faster, that means that the second had to change, which means the domino effect would be seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, years. Everything would have to be affected. But according to man, yes, it is. Everything is going faster. I seem to think so too. And I just thought of a scenario. When I speak to this particular person and ask, how are you doing? The first answer is, I'm so tired. And then you have a free weekend. And when it comes to Sunday, then the person says, I just don't have enough time. Now, a free weekend is no child at home, no husband at home, just you and your dog. And you just don't have enough time and you are still so tired. Because Friday is a work day, she would clean her whole house because she is tired, so she will put herself to exhaustion. But then she's tired, she takes a shower, goes to bed, and she watches TikTok until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then she says she can't sleep. Saturday she will say time flies. And I thought to myself, does time really fly? If I think about it, when there were no cell phones, okay, I went to work, as most of us do. When there weren't cell phones, we go to work. We're basically almost 10 hours away from home because it takes us an hour or two to travel to work. We're 8 hours at work and then an hour or two to come back. We come home, we do our chores, we feed the kids, we clean the place, we do what needs to be done. I always thought there wasn't enough time because I always got to bed after 12 because I didn't want to still fall over my feet the next morning, so I would get everything done the night before, and I like to get up when the place is clean, so I want to feel good when I wake up. I don't need a dirty place to irritate me. But everything got done, and because if I was tired, it was because I worked. I did everything that had to be done for the benefit of my children and my family. But everything was done. Now there's not enough time. When I come from work, and this is what I get told. So I'm getting a maid. Now I'm spending money on a maid. Okay? But now I'm going to buy takeaway because I'm too lazy to cook. I need to pay the Wi-Fi or get data, pay data because I'm going to sit on my phone. Everything just cost money. Everything. In my time, it didn't cost me money to do the chores that I was doing and still have enough time to spend quality time with my family. But there just isn't enough time today. And yes, we can do our scrolling, we can learn a lot of things that are for our highest good and for the best of us all. But most often in ratio, what we consume technology via technology is most often not for the best, for our highest good. Because we sometimes think we have control over what we digest of the information that we receive, and that when we digest it becomes part of us. And all of us don't have that power to just observe. I can observe, but why should I observe it if I have a choice not to watch it in the first place? So I can still get all my chores done. I can still do my thingy on YouTube and X that I do. And I can still do my meditation because remember, now I have more time. I don't have kids to take care of. I don't have uniforms and all this anxieties of this has to be paid and that has to be paid. I still do my own chores. I still cook my own food. I spend about 70 Rand on data because I do not have Wi-Fi. I only use Wi-Fi where I'm at that moment, so I don't pay for Wi-Fi because I realized that the more money that is spent on something that is not beneficial 100% becomes a financial drainer. So now let me just backtrack to where I said this woman doesn't have time for anything and she's now spending money on a maid and food takeaways and Wi-Fi and data for when she has to go out and go to the shop to go and buy food basically. She goes out on a date and she sits on a cell phone. She's spending money. Until she came to a point where she had to be under debt review. But because the money that was spent was unconsciously spent because of the mind's perception that has been twisted. There isn't enough time and I'm tired. I'm tired, not physically. I think the body becomes so tired of the emotional baggage of other people's ish that is on social media that we are absorbing. Not our own ish. Because she hasn't got ish. Her ish is the problem that she is tired of absorbing all the scrap that she is partaking in on TikTok and on whatever other platform. How much power is given away? And when she does a motivational thing, she will only choose what suits her cognizant bias or whatever those things is. But the underlying problem, whatever that may be, will always be there and will always become a financial detriment. Because it's something that needs to be satiated, but the actual problem is not there. Because we refuse to face ourselves and acknowledging our accountability in every emotion that we are feeling. And to know why we are feeling that emotion. Where does it come from? Let's make an example about myself. My emotions when I felt rejected, unheard, unseen, where did it come from? Mine stemmed from, backtrack one moment, one space in time. I overgave of my virtues because of the modality that I followed. So I overgave of my virtues, the love, the kindness, the compassion, financially and emotionally. I gave and I sat and I absorbed everything. But it caused so much pain because the very people that I was there for were the very people that stabbed me in the back. Now, why did I do it? Not why did they do it? Why did I do all those things to the detriment of my own health? Because I thought that is what love was. Loving everybody else, just not me. I didn't know how to love me. And I had to go back again, another phase in my life. If I don't know how to love me, it's because nobody else loved me. So where am I going to learn how to love me? Found peace? I don't know. I didn't know how to love me. I just found peace in the fact that I didn't know. A lot of prayer, a lot of meditation. And then eventually acknowledging and really seeing how great the love of the divine was and is for me in the moment that I realized it. And it's become my way of life every moment thereafter. And that is when I started knowing how to love me, because I could see how much the divine loved me. And then clarity came about the modality that governed the things that I did, because I was told that is the way it is interpreted in the Holy Scripture. Then I got clarity. Then I saw things differently. I saw everything differently. I see everything differently now. Even me sitting and doing this, that every bad thing in my life was not a waste of time. No, it wasn't. There was enough time to be hurt. There was enough time to stay in the pain. But there's not enough time to do what is right for us. Where did time go? Time flies. There's not enough time to do things. The question isn't, is there enough time? The question is, what are we giving our time to that is not reciprocating us? I give my time to YouTube and X. It reciprocates me. Because look what I'm doing. I never had the courage to do this. It reciprocated me. I could see people doing things that I never thought I could do. I would never have my face on social media. That is why I never had the Facebook and all the other things, because I would never put myself on social media. It makes my identity too vulnerable. It makes me too vulnerable. Me having my face on social media is being vulnerable. However, I have time. And yet I do everything else. Yes, I don't have the kids around me anymore. Oh, I have now back in my house. Which is also a whole perception change, because I see how my grandchild is evolving and learning new things, and I'm part of that. It's time, but it's good time. What matters? And I ask myself, why is there so much time spent on social media? What are we coming away from? What are we not wanting to face about ourselves? That we're using social media, tarot readings, motivational speakers. We're putting plasters on everything because we don't have enough time. Time is flying because we are not using time for ourselves. We're using it to chase after other people's problems. It is none of our business. We make them rich by chasing after their problems. We give them more of our energy, which is more of our time, which means we have to pay for our Wi-Fi and our data. It's still taking our money. Everything that is not really beneficial to us drains our finances. It is truly a mathematical equation. The universe works on a two mathematical equation. Whatever does not serve my highest good, and the highest good of all and harm to none.